There's a lot of difference between opinion and action. Yeah. Well, we've talked about that before, and you've heard it before, and I want to stress it again because it seems to be the biggest disconnect we go through these days. It's important that we understand that social media has its place. Some people are way far one direction, some another. Some say, I'm getting rid of my Facebook and everything, and I'm getting off the internet altogether. Yikes. Some people live on the internet and they can't put their cell phone down. It just won't go down. They can't leave it alone even for a second. And you know the kind of people I'm talking about. Even when you have a meeting with them, they're constantly looking at their cell phone. Yeah. I try not to be one of those, by the way. So what do we do? How do we put this in perspective? Well, I'm thankful for the internet. I've been in ministry long enough so I understand what it was like before the internet. And when we first started Sanctuary, the internet didn't really exist, and at least not for the common person. So, we spent a lot of money on overseas mail, and yes, we wrote letters, and we had early Apple computers before the internet that we could do some quick letters with and some fast typing, but it was that. And before that, before I started Sanctuary, I had another ministry. We used a Selectrix typewriter. Yeah. And the big thing about the typewriter was you could change the ball in it so that you could have different styles of type. Big thing. Very expensive. But everything had to be typed individually. So I understand that these days, compared to those days in ministry, is a big deal. It's so much easier these days. And I love being able to talk to people around the world sitting right here. It's incredible to me still. But folks, we can abuse that as well. And a lot of times, if we simply use the information age and the accessibility to people through the screen, then we forget that interaction with people is massively important. Now, everybody has their opinions, and Facebook is full of it in so many ways. What do we do with opinion versus action? Last year, I filmed a little short video of me handing out little posters that had the Facebook thumbs up like symbol on it, and I handed those to the homeless people. I didn't tell them what I was doing. I just handed it to them, and they're kind of standing with like, what am I supposed to do with this? And my point was, as I showed it on Facebook, was that, your like doesn't do any good. I really need your help. And folks, that's we feel like if we've liked something, if we express our opinion, that we've somehow done something to correct the problems. And there are people who really, really need your interaction all around you, every day, wherever you go. And if you think it's enough just to voice your opinion, you're sadly mistaken. People really need your interaction. They need you, flesh and blood, you. They need your involvement, your help, your encouragement, your comfort, you. So today, I want you to really consider this, would you? Let's go from opinion to action. Let's go from just talking about it to actually get involved. From, thumbs up on social media to actually doing something about it. Pastor Bob 2.0 did a great podcast this week on this called What Are You Doing? What are you doing? And you need to watch that as well. So that's my challenge for you today. Love to have your comments. Love to see what you're doing and how God's moving you in this area. And I read your comments and I appreciate you doing it. God bless you. Have a great day.